Good morning and happy Saturday. Come on in. Let's see who all's coming in this morning to get happy and to share your love with each other. So come on in and let me see your faces. It's a happy, happy, happy Saturday to all of you. I'm just taking a moment to share this. Andrea, good morning. Let me send it to Deirdre because she's really good at sharing this out. And Andrea, you are too. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, so now let's get to the show. Let's go in our hearts. Sally and Tony, good morning, good morning. It's your Friday. Well, good. Should have lots of good yays right now, right? Okay, so let's do the heart mind to the divine, and get ourselves in a really good place this morning. So hand on the heart, and slow down your breathing. Add in the love. Add in light. Put a smile on your face, and think of something really wonderful that you would like for someone to say to you. What are those words that you would like to hear? If you want to type them into the comments, that would be great. Share them with everyone. What do you want to hear someone say to you? Is it, I love you? You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are brilliant. You are a spark of the divine. You are enough. You are awesome. You are worthy. Any of those hitting home? Anybody want to hear that? Hear somebody tell them that? Well, I'm telling you that this morning. Good morning, Suzanne Millard. Good morning, Auntie Jean. So put in what it is that you would like to hear. If someone were standing there with you right now beside of you and talking to you, what would you like to hear from them? I'd love to hear. So put it in the comments before I read the message from the angels from last night, which is the key is in your hand. So putting the key in your hand right now. What do you want? And cheers to all. Don't be shy. Don't hold back. Sally would like to hear, I am a light, a divine light of goddess energy. I am love. Yes, you are. That's a good one, Sally. Well, hello, Shiraz. Thank you for being with us this morning. All right, y'all are a little shy, I guess, so I'm going to go ahead and read the message. Jean Loria would like to hear, let's play. You play well in the sandbox, Auntie Jean. Oh, Shiraz, we love having you here. Thank you for coming in. All right, I'm going to read the angel message. It is, the key is in your hand. Some people can't see God because they won't look low enough. That's a quote from Nightbird. That was me for the first half of my life. I had put God up on that far unreachable place, called out to him when I was scared, yet had no hope of actually seeing him, as I was told, quote, "You cannot look upon the face of God." Who makes these rules? Fast forward to 35 years ago, where I was the most alone I had ever been in my entire life. My marriage had ended. I had barely escaped an abusive relationship alive, but scarred emotionally and physically. The God of my understanding was too far away to hear me, or so I thought. Somehow I stumbled upon a meditation group. I had no idea what I was doing, but they told me that was just perfect. Don't overthink it. Just go with it and allow the experience to happen. I was hooked. Suddenly, God was no longer out there somewhere sitting on a throne. He was up close where I could hear and see his love as it filled me completely. It wasn't a lightning bolt awakening, but more of a lighting up of the entire sky where everything was suddenly brighter and clearer, and I had to look low enough to find God. Dear angels, there are words from a poem that say, because there's nothing more beautiful than the way the ocean refuses to stop kissing the shoreline, no matter how many times it's sent away. I sent God away more times than can be counted. I was angry with him, disappointed by him and my unmet expectations. Yet there I was, giving him one more chance. Dear ones, it only takes one moment of clarity to see what has always been there in front of you. When you are stuck in your beliefs and close off other possibilities, you put yourself in a prison of your own making. Fortunately for you, you still hold the key. You can walk out at any moment, yet so many of you keep seeing only the closed door and do not see a way out. Come to the water, where the waves come rolling in to greet you, gently touching your feet. Listen with your heart to the lullaby being sung to you by the ebb and flow of the great ocean. It asks nothing in return, only a heart that is ready to be loved unconditionally. Freedom is yours for the taking. Unclench your fist and use the key to unlock the door. Dear angels, today I promise to keep the door to my heart open. And that's all that's required. Seriously, all that's needed is to just open your heart and be willing to see, be willing to hear. I'm putting that up on the screen for you if you want to take that as a mantra for yourself today. Promising to keep that heart door open and knowing that you have the key if it feels locked. If it feels like it's so stuck that you can't open it, just use that key. The key is willingness. The key is saying, I'm ready. I'm here and happy to be here to hear what my Creator has to say and has to show me. Shiraz, my brother had no fracture, so thank you for the healing yesterday. Oh, you're so welcome. We will keep him in our prayers and in our grids. Good morning, Jennifer Langren. Deirdre, there you are. Thank you for sharing. Kathy Han, just saying good morning and thank you all. I love you. I need to get packing and ready for a quick trip to visit Bob's parents in Pittsburgh with Marley coming with us. Oh, I'm so glad. Good morning, Leo. We will be hearing from Leo in a few hours. Leo is leading us in the 10 million for world peace meditation this afternoon. So I'm so happy that you're doing that, Leo, and thank you for doing so. Yes, thank you, Deirdre, for putting the link in to 10 million for world peace. And we will be there at 1:11 p.m. Jessie, good morning, Jessie Jua, and good morning, Catherine DeSanti. All right. So I'd love to hear from you. You all are quiet in your talks this morning. Oh, maybe it's because I don't have the chat up where you can see it, right? Kind of quiet this morning. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on the angel message and what they brought forth to us. That, it's not always that lightning strike that wakes us up to see who we are and what our creator is all about. Sometimes it is just that flash of inspiration and that flash of knowingness. That's how it was for me. It was like all of a sudden the waves rolled in off the ocean, and there you go. It covers the feet, and then it goes throughout the whole body, that knowingness that we are spirit, we are alive, we are so loved, unconditionally loved. Good morning, Julie Kiss. Thank you for being here. All right, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say. Sally says, I'm listening while transforming for the day. Andrea loved the angel message. Thank you, Andrea. Please share it, you guys. This will be in the book at the end of the year after all of the messages are written, dictated and written by the angels. But I'd love for people to share them out, for others to see them now in the moment when they can get that inspiration going throughout the year. So they're on my website, angelspeakers.com. You can go to the blog and pull up any of them and just be inspired by those words. Sometimes reading the words hits you different than hearing them read. Sometimes people need them to be read, and that's one of the reasons I read them here on the morning show, is so we can all enjoy those words. Brookie Brooke, good morning and happy Saturday to you. All right, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say, and let me know what y'all are doing today. What are you up to on this Saturday? I just found out there's a storm brewing out in the ocean, in the Atlantic, and asking for all of us to get together and pray that it will not come to the East Coast, because that's where I'm headed in just a few days. I've got 3 more days here at Sherry's, and then I will be headed that way, Florida. I will be in that beautiful state that I've spent most of my life in. All right. Kuan Yin says, the magic of the moon to manifest. Just as the light of the moon ebbs and flows, all things happen according to a timing that benefits the greater garden of life. How short-lived that garden would seem if all flowers would blossom at once and then it was over. As the next moon grows full, set your intention. Your time for blossoming is near. Yes, it is. That time to see some of my dear loved ones that I'm going to see in Florida. I can feel it. It's like I'm already there. I just have to get in the car and drive for a couple of days to get there. But I know that it's already opened up. Auntie Jean, come with me. Come with me, come with me. It would only take you 2 days to get where I'm at in New Orleans. And then you can come with me to Florida. Come on. Let's encourage her, you guys. Jean, 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 Jean. That would be kind of amazing, wouldn't it? To have you along for another journey. All right. So, boy, you guys are quiet. What's going on? Is there a secret I don't know? All right. Nobody's got nothing. So let me read from the tiny book and see if we can get some conversation flowing with you guys this morning. Sally is working and then removing some witches, skeletons, and bats from a closet, cleaning out a storage room at the center. Okay. Come see the Max Man. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm telling you, it's tempting to drive up there. I know I'll be in Tennessee for the month of October and part of November. It might be a little cool to come to Pennsylvania in November, but we'll see. We will see. I am not ruling out anything, Brookie. So all is a go at this point. Whatever the angels say and wherever they put me, that's where I shall be. I just know that right now, my plan is to not be stuck in cold weather for the winter. And if I can be in Florida where it doesn't get super cold, then that's where I will go. All right, so page 81, Sally says, and page 81 has 3 messages. Let's read number 3. Sometimes in your slumber, as you perceive yourself as being separate from each other and from God, you forget the power of real love. You innately seek that beautiful experience of being unconditionally loved. You look for it wherever you can and cry out once you are disappointed. Boy, is that exactly what I shared? That was my experience. You know, I thought, oh my gosh, I'll never see God. I'll never be able to have a relationship with God because of all the beliefs. The belief that he was untouchable, that I couldn't look on his face. Did anybody else have that teaching that you couldn't look on the face of God? I don't know where that came from. Honestly, I don't. But I know that as a young child, that was what I heard. And it was almost like something bad would happen if you looked on the face of God. So I always just held him at arm's length and like, you're just out there somewhere. I'll never be able to see you, hear you, feel you. And boy, am I glad that was wrong. I'm so glad that I found the God of my understanding, which became my personal creator that I talk to every day, all day, and am able to feel his essence and see him and work with him on a daily basis. Suzanne says, yes, I was raised totally Catholic. Yeah, I hear you. I know I have a lot of friends also that were raised in either Catholic or a strong, stern religion where it wasn't possible to have that relationship with God. Suzanne, you got my address. I certainly do. Oh, thank you, sweet one. I appreciate that, Suzanne. Sally says we couldn't, but we had to kiss his feet, the statue, during our communions. Yeah, it was a cold statue, wasn't it? Instead of a warm, loving energy. Leo, when I was a child, I used to go to church that taught us we should fear God. Me too, Leo. Yeah, we were to be afraid of being struck down if we did something wrong, right? You know, we had to toe the line and not make any mistakes. We had to be perfect to be able to be in God's presence. And Brookie says, even as a Baptist, it seemed like we had to fear the big man in the sky. That's where I was, Brookie. I was raised in the Baptist church. And then in early adulthood, I was very involved in the Southern Baptist Church, which is very strict. Jean Loria says the Catholic Church teaches you cannot look on the face of God. I think it comes from Moses and the burning bush. Most likely. There's a lot of those parables and stories in the Bible that were taken so out of context and that kept us at arm's length from the Creator, from the masters, and don't even talk about your loved ones in spirit. That was blasphemy. But yeah, those old teachings and those old beliefs, and we have to come to terms with, does that still work for me? Do my old beliefs still work for me? That's where we have to go to have that awakening. It's not a lightning bolt, like I said earlier. You don't have to get struck by it. You just come to that beautiful place of awakening and seeing it clearly. Sally says you had to be unheard, but then they would tell you to pray. So much never made sense and never will. I don't think. Julie Kiss, I was a good Catholic girl, went to Catholic school for 8 years. Oh boy. Yeah, I was involved in the church for much longer than that until I got kicked out. That's a story all by itself. And Suzanne says, I am glad that the angels came patiently tugging on me and helped me change. I am too, Suzanne. Sally, earlier in my awakenings, I was put on Prozac for claiming my gifts. Yeah, a lot of us, when we first started sharing our gifts, were shut down, made fun of. Maybe it was somebody tried to beat it out of you or make fun of you, whatever, to get you to stop doing what you were doing, which is being you and being in spirit. So, yeah, I get it. I understand. Sally, you wanted number 1 read. Let's see what that one looks like. The more you trust, the more your faith will grow. The more faith you have, the more you will trust in your abilities as a spirit being. There you go. Faith, love, and trust. Deirdre, my mom worked in the rectory for most of my young life. Priests were fun to be around. It was a comfort to our family. That's awesome, Deirdre. I'm glad you had a good experience. I love when people share good experiences that you've had. I know that not all, quote, church experiences were bad. The beliefs that were instilled through those religions and the teachings are what we have to examine. We constantly examine our beliefs, constantly. Do I still believe that? Does it still work for me? Auntie Jean, is that why I was given Prozac? Probably because you were such a wild child, Auntie Jean. Oh, Sally, that darn lesson of trust again, 2 days in a row. Oh, it's every day for me, Sally. Every day that lesson of trust comes forth. And that's why I know that it's something that I'm supposed to pay a lot of attention to in this lifetime. It is my main lesson. And however they can help me to understand it fully, they're going to put experiences in my way for that to happen. And I'm okay with that now. I didn't used to be. I used to be angry. And I was like, why is this happening to me? I went into victimhood. I went into the thinking or believing that something outside of me was doing something to me that was creating an energy of distrust in people, distrust in God, distrust in everything. Even after I had my kidney transplant, I still was ranting at God. Why are you doing this to me? And, we can do that all day long. We can be the victim. We can play the victim, point our fingers somewhere else and say, you did this. But we only really have to look inside of ourselves, don't we? All right, I think I'm going to read that last message that's on here. For some reason I'm hearing to do that. Sally says, religion was all I had to help me escape a fractured home life. I dove into all kinds of religions. When I was in my freshman year in college, I took a world religion class. And that's when I was first introduced to Buddhism, all of the Sufi, all of the religions that really are accepting and open and seeing God in everything. That's what I love about some of the Eastern religions. You just know that God is everywhere and in everything, and not sitting up there somewhere far, far, far away where he can't be reached. That's when I really fell in love with some of those teachings. So, Brookie, I've learned a lot about circumcision since having Max. And boy, oh boy, that is an interesting practice a lot of the world has adopted. Yeah, it truly is, Brookie. I never had a boy, but I understand that that process that the parent has to go through to decide that. And Deirdre, I want to know more, Brooke. I always wondered why they did that to our sons. Yeah, I think that that comes from the teachings from the Old Testament, is where that originated. All right, so, but Brookie, feel free to share what you have learned if you choose. Good morning, Light. Good morning to you all from Australia. It's 10:30 p.m. here. Good to see you people. I'm glad you're ending the day with us, Light. We are starting our day together here in the States, but I know there's people from all over the world that come in, and we're so happy that you're here with us. All right, so the second message is the one that hasn't been read yet. It is hard to understand what forgiveness is without looking at what it is not. It is not about anyone other than yourself. It is not approving of what anyone in your life did or said. It is not about forgetting any of the events that happened. It is not weakness. Boy, that really opens it up, doesn't it? That forgiveness is for you personally. It's not about anybody doing something to you or something happening and somebody's here. Somebody just came into the room. My nose started itching like crazy. I know who it is. Oh, thank you, Ricky, for being here. Somebody welcome this beautiful pirate who just caused my nose to itch like crazy. Kathy says, I came into this religion conversation a bit late, but after my mom passed in 2010, I kind of lost my faith. After finding you, Teri, and this loving spiritual family, I am now returning to my faith. Kathy, that really warms my heart. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I think a lot of us that are here have bonded over really finding what love is all about, what life is all about, and what God is all about, our creator. I call it God, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Words really don't matter. I've had this discussion with the angels many times, and I don't know who I just put up, but here we go. We're calling that Ricky, and I've had this discussion so many times with the angels, and I've said to them things like, what are we supposed to pray? What are we supposed to speak and not speak? And how are we supposed to speak it? And you know what they told me? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your words are. The words themselves don't matter. Good morning, Erica. Words are just what we have to use as humans. It's our way of communication. It's our way of expressing our feelings, expressing our thoughts out loud. It's what's behind those words that have meaning. And, words can mean different things to different people. We could call an object anything. We could call this a stone instead of a book. The words are not important. And that's a huge message they gave me years ago. And they continue to give me that message even today, that really it doesn't matter what words we use, but how we use them. What's the meaning of those words? That's what they hear. They hear the energy behind the words. So if you're saying, I love you, and there's no feeling, there's no passion, there's nothing other than empty words of I love you, they feel that. They don't feel love. And you know what? As humans, it's the same way. If somebody says to you, yeah, I love you, how's that make you feel? What do you get from that? As opposed to, I love you. Putting some passion into it, putting feeling behind the words. I'm teaching a workshop in a couple of weeks. No, not a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks. On the 30th of September, there will be a free workshop on emotional empowerment. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about our words that we use and the emotions that we share through our words. And we'll talk about what it means if somebody says something blah, or if they say something with a passion in them. So, yeah, come to the workshop. Come and see what spirit it wants to teach you about your emotions and about your words and conversations and all that good stuff. Communication. Brookie says, trauma big time that potentially blocks off very important parts of our beautiful males. I know plenty of uncircumcised males that have no problem with cleanliness, one of the supposedly reasons for it. Religion is the other big one. People used to be shunned or even killed for being uncircumcised. Feels like a submissive obedience thing to me. Thank you for sharing that, Brookie. I know that you've really put a lot of thought into this and research, and I'm so happy that Max has you as a mommy. I really am. You and Dylan, you are both such beautiful people and really don't do anything that is not in alignment with your higher self. And I know this about you. So thank you. Thank you for taking care of our Max the way you're taking care of him. And that beautiful soul is here on purpose for a reason. And we're going to see huge things come from that little man. Jeannie, Auntie Jean, yes, the Israelites use it as a symbol of the original covenant between God and them. A lot of those practices have been found to have health benefits in those days when sanitation was as good as it is, wasn't as good as it is now. Correct me if I am wrong, Brookie. Light says, I don't care about their egos, but I respond to the divine in them. Yeah, that's where we have to look, right? We have to get beyond what the appearance is and get to the real inside of the being. Thank you for that. Okay, any other conversation about any of this before we go into our prayers? I hope you all are going to have a wonderful Saturday. I hope it's not too wet for you all, because I have a feeling with that storm that's headed this way on the ocean that it might dump some of that wet stuff on the East Coast especially. So I'm going to add myself to the prayer list to get ready for whatever comes my way as I travel toward Florida. I can take my time, so I don't have to be in such a rush to get there. I can take it easy, and if any of you in the northern part of Florida want me to stop in, just let me know that, because Florida's a long state, and I'll be coming through the other states of Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia to get into Florida. So let me know if there's anyone that wants me to stop in on my journey toward Florida. But I will be there to do an angel circle on the 20th in South Florida. I'll be at Joanne's at her day spa. And I don't know what else I'm going to do while I'm there. But I'm certainly going to see some of you and do some get-togethers. I remember my last trip there was so amazing. We were able to gather together and have a beautiful time just visiting and seeing each other. That was the last time I saw Ricky. And he's coming with me. I think he's going to be in the Angel Mobile traveling with me this time. He'll be taking that passenger seat unless we can convince Auntie Jean to come, and then he'll be in the back seat. Deirdre, thank you for our daily prayers. I appreciate that. And Kathy Hand says, I hear it's a rainy weekend in Pittsburgh. Oh boy. Thank you, Catherine DeSanti, for the travel prayers. And Sally said it was a chilly 49 degrees this morning when we got up. Wow, it's 77 here, which is lower than what it usually is. It's usually already 85 and pushing 90 at this time of day, but happy that it's a little lower than normal. We don't have our Annie on here. Where's our Annie Banani? Missing her this morning. And I know Grayson's at his dad's, so maybe she took an opportunity to sleep in. That would be different, wouldn't it? So here's our prayer of the day from Deirdre. Thank you. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who walk on her back, and world peace and attention to human trafficking. Thank you, Deirdre. Hope and Zina, good morning, or afternoon rather, to you. Greetings, love and light and abundance to all, and prayers for my safe travel. Thank you for that. Auntie Jean. Yes, our sweet Ricky. He's always with us, always. And we don't have our Josie this morning, but thinking of her and praying for her. And I will be stopping in to see Josie when I get into Florida. So I can't wait to wrap my arms around her and love on her some. I may not get to see Annie while I'm here. She's been very sick, and Grayson's been sick. I have not been sick and don't want to be. So I'm trying my best to stay safe, and I don't get out very much. I really hope to get out more into the area. I wanted to go back to Bourbon Street, Auntie Jean, and I guess tonight would probably be my last night to do that, but it kind of looks rainy here today, so I don't know. I might get out of the house. Who knows? Julie, you've got 63 in upstate New York and rain later. Yeah, the temperatures are changing now. Okay. Lisa Campbell, thank you for being with us. And okay. So let's just get rid of Lisa Campbell for the moment because we don't do spamming on here. Thank you very much, Lisa. Have a good day. And please don't respond when somebody comes in and starts spamming the people that are here. Just ignore that request for a private message. We don't do that. Julie, COVID is going around Syracuse really bad. Yeah, there's some people I know right now that have been diagnosed with it. So I'm staying safe. I'm staying in. That's right. Lisa, we love you, but bye-bye. Bye. Julie's taking lots of vitamins and trying not to get sick. Yeah, I feel like I need to load up on vitamin C before I start on my journey because I will be seeing other people along the way as I stop to get gas and food and whatever. Oh, the Vampire Cafe. Yes. Ooh, I can already taste that hamburger or the vampire burger that they serve there. Maybe I will, Jean. You've inspired me now. Maybe I need to go down and visit the Vampire Cafe before I head out of here. I do want to get out this afternoon and get my massage that Hope gifted me with for my birthday. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of you who sent me cards and well wishes, massages, and my pea. Where'd they go? The little peas were a birthday gift from Auntie Jean. Don't y'all love this? I absolutely love it. And thank you to all of you who thought about me and made my birthday so special. Thank you for my birthday party that happened online. It was awesome. Zinc is good. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that reminder, Deirdre. So yeah, I'll start loading up now because I'll be on the road in 4 days. Wow. So yeah, I'll start treating my body well with some of those nutrients and supplements. And Sally says, COVID is here too, but there's a nasty head chest illness going around that's really bad. Yeah, well, we're going to set the intention for health. And I think that's important. Your mindset is so important in your ability to ward off anything, and also to, if you do develop a cough or a cold or whatever, your mindset is so important at getting rid of it and healing your body. We heal from the inside. I don't know how many times I've said that in my life, but this is the teaching that Kuan Yin has done. So many people have taught us that it's not that outside stuff that helps us. We already have everything we need inside of our body and in the food that we eat to help us to overcome whatever it is. Marietta, Sweet Dreams is on the move. We had several days of windy weather, so we stayed where we were, safe for a week. We are heading south on Lake Michigan. Everything is working perfectly. EIWP, here and now. So you may be passing through where our Sally and Tony are. Miss Marietta, I'm not sure, but I think you're going to be able to wave to them and say hello as you pass by their neck of the woods. Hello, Ranillo. Thank you for coming back and being with us at the morning show. We so appreciate everyone who comes in and finds us and sticks around and keeps coming back. So thank you for being here. All right, so prayer requests. If you have any, we're going to pray for Marietta and Ed and good girl Pearl and Mr. Wiggles out on Sweet Dreams as they travel the waters of Lake Michigan, and pray for the Angel Mobile that will be taking me throughout the eastern part of the country to get to Florida. And then from there, I'll only be there a couple of weeks until I go up to Tennessee. So praying for safe travels and the weather to be good and behave, because I know right behind the storm that's coming in is another storm. So let's pray for safety for all the East Coast. All right, so let's go into our hearts and hold each other like we do every day. Just put that smile on your face. Marietta says, a smile is spirit magnifying incredible loving energy. And that's what we have in our hearts, and that's what we are. We are such an incredible, beautiful, loving family. So let's love on each other. Let's hold each other. And stay around after the prayer to give that love to each other and to hear any other announcements that need to be made. So for right now, just envision, close your eyes if you can, and envision that you are sitting on a sunny beach. Let's go to the beach today. Let's go near the water. Put your feet down and allow that water to just gently come up over your toes. Cover your feet. Cover your legs. Can you feel it? Can you feel that gentle energy as it comes up to you, plays with you, says hello? Feel the energy of the water. Water is a conduit for our emotions. So let it come there where you're at. You may be standing, you may be sitting, and look out into that waterway. Whether you're at an ocean, beach, a lake, a river, wherever you might be, just feel into the water. Feel the peace that it brings. Water is calming. As it comes over you, just ask to feel that peace and calm in yourself, deep in your heart. And let's bless these waters, all the waters on the planet. Let's send a blessing of love into them. The more we talk positive into water, the more positive it becomes in the experience. If we talk to the water that we're drinking, that's in a glass or a bottle, it changes the water, which then goes inside of us and becomes more positive energy. So let's right now talk to the ocean, if you would, the Atlantic Ocean especially, where there are storms brewing, growing stronger every day. And let's call them out. Right now, we're focused on this one Hurricane Lee, and we're asking for the winds to dissipate. We're asking for it to calm down, and claiming and intending a sense of calm in the midst of that storm. We're claiming safety for all that will be in its path. And we're just going to speak love into this body of water. Just say with me, water, we love you. We honor you. We respect you. We know that within you, you have the power of destruction, but we also know you have the power of gentleness. And that's what we are claiming right now. That's what we're envisioning as we sit at your shoreline or stand at the edge of the water and gently feel your strength and your gentleness. We love you. We encourage you. Let's just see it together. All of us envisioning calm waters. Let's claim it together through the power of the Creator that is in each of us. We claim calm in the waters. We trust, we believe that it is possible for our intentions to influence the water, to influence the wind, to change the course such that no one is harmed. And so it is. And now as you're sitting there at that water's edge, just take in the energy of gentleness and calmness and peace inside your own body. And most of all, take in love. Know that you are loved by the divine. You are loved by each person that's here, your soul family. Let's hold that love in our heart as we offer up prayers for those who have been given to us as loved ones to pray for. Lifting each one up, asking to be seen and acknowledged and held in love, and for prayers to be answered for the best and highest good of all. And we pray for peace on our earth, among those who are living right now on this planet. Praying for respect and honor and integrity. Praying for our leaders of the world, those who are making decisions. Praying for each of us to see each other equally. No one excluded, no one thought of as lesser than, but each having the same energy, the energy of love. Let's pray for our animals of the world. We have some special ones that are in our prayer list. Suzanne's dog, Sam, comes to mind. Charlie's dog, Sunny. Our horses, Dolly and Chance. And there's so many more that we pray for and lift up every day. Let's pray for the animals out in the wild, those who have to adapt to the elements. We are going into fall. It will get colder and colder as the winter comes in. And I know the animals are preparing for that now. That's their innate ability to know what's coming. So praying for all the outside animals, that they stay safe this winter. Praying for the animals in the water, our whales, our dolphins, our manatees, and the sea turtles. Praying for safety for them as that storm comes in. And now let's turn our attention to each other. Everyone that's here gathered together, just see yourself in that circle. See yourself connected to each other, because we all are connected in that unified field of oneness. Feel that in your heart. Feel the love. Feel the light. And just release anything that's unlike love, so that you can be fully present for everyone else, including yourself. Lighten your own energy so that we can all lift higher and higher and higher in our frequency. And then at the end of this, at the end of being together, just hold on to each other. We say words of gratitude and love every day. Every day we put in our comments of love and light. And we do that on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. And I think I saw some other prayers coming in. Laura Adams, thank you. Prayers for Maureen. We'll make sure she is in our grids and on our list. And Marietta is about an hour and a half from Sally and Tony. Oh, how sweet. And Deirdre, thank you. I love you. All right, I got to get Leo queued up. That would be so awesome, Sally, if you and Tony could meet our Marietta. I would love that. Okay, where are you, Leo? Here we go. Gotta get past the ad, and then we're gonna hear our beautiful voice of Leo. There you are. Come on. Leo, we'll see you later. Play. That's right, there's the time. Deirdre, would you put that link up for the Facebook group, please? but full of joy. Oh, wait, maybe I have it. Hang on. Yeah, there it is. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. That's the one. Full of joy for the day, yay. Triple A. We love you, Brookie and Dylan and Sweet Max. We have a Facebook group, 10 million for world peace. Come be part of it. Oops. The peas forgot to dance. Accept, align, allow. Triple A, y'all. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five we call the triple A. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the bees and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five we call the triple A. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the bees and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Cuppa full of joy. Woo! Thank you, our Leo. And yes, Auntie Jean, I will make sure they're in the Angel Mobile before I head out the driveway. And I'm creating an event in the Angelic River family. Tomorrow, we are celebrating. Monday is actually the 3-year anniversary of the Peace on Earth tour, but we decided we're going to celebrate on Sunday. So tomorrow we will have a get together on Zoom, and it will be beautiful. I can feel it already. I would love as many of you as possible to come in at 2 o'clock, jump on the Zoom call, and share anything that has happened over the last 3 years that you would like to share. If you've had a personal experience with the Angel Mobile or the Peace on Earth tour, getting to spend time with each other or with me, doing land blessings, whatever you'd like to share, that's going to be our day tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We're going to really celebrate this beautiful mission of bringing more peace in the world through the travels throughout the United States, through land blessings, water blessings, and just come be with us. I'll put the event up as soon as I can. I don't think I did it already, did I? I don't know. I don't know what I did last night, y'all. It was crazy. There you are, Annie. We were thinking that you might have slept in with Grayson not being there. But welcome, sweet sister. I'm so glad you're here. Are you feeling any better, Annie Banani? I hope you are, darling. We are at the end of the show and saying our love and appreciation for each other. And we're going to get out of here. So stay in your hearts and stay blessed. And I will see you at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Time for 10 million for world peace daily meditation. This is day 9 of those 21 days. So stay in your heart and stay blessed. And namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.